Hi everyone, I'm Clem and welcome back to my channel. So for the last video of the month, I thought I was going to do a Halloween book tag, but actually I've been looking for a good one like for the past weeks and I couldn't find one. And yesterday or 2 days ago, I watched Sarah over at Sarah the Dreamer, and she did the end of the year book tag, and I thought usually I do this in November when it's actually the end of the year, but it doesn't really make sense, and so I thought I was going to do it today because there are 2 months left in 2020. Finally, this year is going to be over. And it's perfect for me to think about what I have to read and basically what's going to happen for the last 2 months of the year. So we're going to do that right now. So the first question is, are there any book you started this year that you still need to finish? And actually I do, because I started this summer Furyborn by Clare, and I haven't finished it. I am almost halfway through it. And what happened with this book is that I started it during my summer break, but it was one of the last books I picked up before coming home. And every year it's the same, the last book I picked during my summer break, I never finish it. I have to finish it in the month that comes after, before the end of the year. So that's what happened with Furyborn. And I'm really sad that it happened to this book because I remember very well what happens, and I'm lucky for that because I could have forgotten completely what the book is about, but I don't. I know where I left, I know what just happened. And I really want to read it because it sounds really great, and moreover, this is one of my best friends' favorite series, so I really want to read it. I'm really intrigued by it because so far I don't really know where the 2 point of views in the story are going to come together. I'm really intrigued, so I really want to read it. Maybe I'm going to read it next month, that's my plan, but maybe I will have to put it in my December TBR, I don't know. Second question is, do you have an autumnal read to transition into the end of the year? And I do, because for me, Nine House by Lee Bardugo seems the perfect book to transition into the end of the year because it screams autumn to me. I don't know why. I know maybe because it's dark academia and it's black and it's happening in Yale, and all of those things scream autumn to me. I wanted to read this book in September and after in October, but as you can see, I'm holding it, so I still haven't read it. It's on my November TBR, and it's the first book I'm going to pick up on Sunday or maybe on Monday when November starts. And I just don't know. I really hope this book is going to be good. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about this book. Either they love it or they hate it. And I think it's mainly because there is a lot of trigger warning in this one. I think there is rape, there is discrimination or stuff like that. But because it's about a secret society in Yale and they're doing bad stuff to people. So yeah, I'm really, once again, intrigued, curious, and I want to know if I'm going to like it. So I'm going to read this next month, hopefully, and see if I like it and if it's a good book to transition into the end of the year. The third question is there a new releases you're still waiting for? And so I took my reading journal where I put at the beginning of the year all the books I want to read, and so actually, next month we have 2 books that I really want to read. The first one is Rune Song. So this book, I completely forgot what it's about. I just know that the cover is pretty and I'm really intrigued by it. I think it's about magic, I'm not sure. But also this month we have The Camelot Betrayal, which is the second book in the Camelot Rising, I think that's the name of the trilogy, by Kirsten White. I love the first one, which was The Guinevere's Deception. I pre-ordered it. I've been waiting for the mail from Book Depository to arrive saying that my pre-order is on its way because I want to read it. Once I'm going to have it, I'm going to ditch the book I'm reading and read this one. So I hope it's going to arrive pretty soon because I want to read it so bad. And also there are two books I'm expecting in December. The first one is The Love Curse of Melody McIntyre. This is a cute contemporary about I think she's a bi girl, and she's like she's doing something with Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare. I don't know, she's doing theater and she falls in love with the main lead, and it's basically about theater and love, and I'm here for it, so I'm really excited. And the other one is The Good Girls, and honestly, I don't see the cover in my head, so I don't know what the book is about. But if it's here, it means that I'm waiting for it, but I should check it before buying it. So yeah, these are the few books I'm still waiting for in the year, and hopefully they're going to be good and I'm going to buy them. So the next question is, what are 3 books you really want to read before the end of the year? So if you remember, if you've been here since January, you know that one of my goals for 2020 was to finish as many series as possible. So the 3 books I'm going to show are actually books like the last book in a trilogy or a series that I would like to read. So in the end of the year, before the end of the year, I would have finished this series. So the first one is the last book in the Magnus Chase trilogy. So this is The Ship of the Dead. I really need to read this book in order to complete this series, but also I want to finish this series before starting the other series by Rick Riordan, The Trials of Apollo, because this sounds amazing, and it's a 5-book series and I'm really excited. I don't really remember where the last book ended. I will need to check it, because if I don't check it, I'm going to be lost, especially since in this one there is Ragnarok happening, I think. And oh, I know these are praise, not summaries for the for the first 2 books. So yeah, I really hope I'm going to read it. I think I put it on my December TBR because I don't want to read it next month. The other one is the last book in the Grisha trilogy, so Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I started this book, you see, I've read 50 pages in September, I think it was in September, but I started it at like maybe 2 days before the end of the month, and I knew I was not going to be able to read it in September or in October, like the month after, so I stopped it. I know what happened in the first 2 chapters, so I will be able to continue. I really need to finish it because I read the first 2 books last year. I loved them, and I don't know why it takes me so long to read this book. Like, I really want to read it, but I never pick it. So I don't know, maybe there is a curse with this book. Am I ever going to read it? I don't know. But it's my goal to read it before the end of the year. And last but not least, the book I'm going to show you, I can't believe it, but I haven't read it yet, because it's Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I've been expecting this book so bad and I haven't picked it. I don't know what happened. Maybe because I know it's huge and it's going to take me a long time to read it. So this book, actually, I know I'm going to pick it during my Christmas break, because I will have time to read and just sit and read, because this is like a calm vacation where I don't have to do anything in my house except for Christmas, but Christmas is happening at the beginning of my break. Then I have 2 weeks to basically do nothing. So I will have time to read this huge baby, and to finally be up to date with Cassandra Clare, especially since the second one is coming maybe I think in March. So I really need to read this one in order to be able to read the next one. And I mean, I know I'm never going to read the next one in March if it comes in March, because I will not have the time to read it. But yeah, I really would like to read this one. 5, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? And honestly, I don't think so, because so far my favorite book of the year is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So it would mean that I'm going to read a book that's better than that, and I don't think it's possible, because I loved it so much. It's definitely one of my favorite books, like, of all time. So I'm not sure it's possible for a book to be better than that. I think I'm going to read some good books. Like, I have high hopes for the Camelot Betrayal, so the second book in the Guinevere Deception thing. And that's it. After, I don't have high hopes for the other books I'm going to read, or maybe Ninth House, because I have high hopes for this one too. But I don't think it's going to be as good as Evelyn Hugo, because this book is perfection. So honestly, I don't think it's possible. But we'll see at the end of the year, when I'm going to do my wrap-up of the year, if something was better. So last but not least, have you started making reading plans for the next year, so 2021? And actually I did, because first I bought my reading journal for next year. I love it. It's like burgundy. I love it. There is like Pride and Prejudice stickers and a dinosaur with book stickers, so it's perfect. So I can't wait to start filling this reading journal. And yeah, I started making plans like challenges. I once again going to try to finish as many series as possible, to read 5 classics during the year. And also I have this new challenge where you see my shelves, there's a lot of unread books on them. And I decided at the beginning of the year, I'm going to pick like a number for my shelf, and I'm going to create a TBR like with all the unread books on this shelf. So for example, on this one or on this one, I don't remember, there are 7 unread books, and if I pick this shelf, I will have to read those 7 books before the end of the year. I thought it was funny. I don't know if it will be. Also, I would like to create some games, maybe like pick something for each month, like a book with a certain color, a book with, I don't know, that starts with a letter B or something like that. I'm going to try to think about this during the last 2 months of the year, and I will tell you all of that when I'll be talking about my reading plans for 2021, so in January. But yeah, I'm starting to think about it, and we'll see where this goes. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if it's not already done. Also, don't forget to go check Sarah's video, because she's the one who inspired me to film this. So I'm going to link her channel down below. And honestly, if you're unsubscribed to Sarah, do it. You're going to love it and not regret it, because she's the sweetest person on earth. And I will see you next time. Bye guys!